I'm Jeff Schutz, the owner and executive director of the Neurovation Center in Sandy Hook, Connecticut. I have folks ask me all the time how I got into this, doing neurofeedback, and what's the story of my calling? And the reality is, I came into neurofeedback kicking and screaming. Frankly, the first time I saw it, I thought it was crazy. To think that somebody who was watching a TV screen with a dumb-looking cap on their head was actually going to treat something like, anxiety or ADHD, I thought it was ridiculous, and it was snake oil. And yet, at the same point, as I began to see the power of it, had the opportunity to work with somebody who was doing it, I realized that this was a no kidding around kind of solution to a lot of the issues that people were struggling with. See, in the mental health field, one of the things that I've come to realize is that a lot of our focus now in the mental health world is on coping and it's on covering. It really hasn't been focused on actually getting to the root and getting to the heart of what are causing the actual symptoms in people's lives. And what I came to realize was neurofeedback gave us an unbelievable way of figuring out where these symptoms were coming from. It gave us a way of conceptualizing the origin of the symptom, to see exactly where it is fixed in the electrical rhythms of the human brain. And as if that wasn't good enough, began to realize that not only are we going to see where this comes from, but we can actually use the power of the brain itself to change itself. Very simple, very elegant solution, using the brain's own patterns to adapt itself and to heal itself. So the reason I ended up doing neurofeedback is not because I'm a neuroscientist or because I feel like I was a particularly brilliant person. I ended up getting involved with it because I found that it changed lives. And that in the end is what it's all about. Because if we're not in the business, so to speak, of changing lives, then what are we doing? And ultimately my sense is, I want to do what I do to bring hope and healing and wholeness into people's lives, so that you can live the kind of life that you want to live. I've had so many people come into my office who don't feel like they can live what they want to live. I've had so many people come into my office that feel despair, that they can't find their calling, their purpose, their meaning in life. And that, to me, it's not what God designed. And what I want to do is to help restore God's purpose for your life. And this is a very powerful tool that can help us to do that. And so one of the reasons that I do neurofeedback is so that I can help people to get to a place where the trauma is no longer the issue, where the lack of focus in their life isn't the reason why they can't learn or why they can't study or why they can't get their degree. Or when it comes to things like grief or pain or loss, that they're not stuck there and unable to move forward in their lives. Ultimately, I do it because it works. And I want to see people move forward in their lives.